Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Probability Zero. This is kind of an unusual Let's Look At for me, because if you watch these Let's Look Ats, you know I tend to limit myself largely to either like super high profile indies, otherwise indies that are available on Steam or Xbox Live Arcade, but this is available on none of those platforms. This is a game I actually came to know from the indie gaming subreddit on reddit.com/r/indie gaming, and it's a roguelike. It's actually very similar to something like, it's like They Bleed Pixels if They Bleed Pixels was repackaged into a more like fast-paced, permadeathy type package. It's not a roguelike in the same sense as an FTL or a Binding of Isaac or a Dungeons of Dreadmore or a Rogue or anything like that, but it does have those similar elements. Very fast-paced runs. Every run is a little bit different. I'm not sure if the levels are procedurally or randomly generated, but there is like a lot of variety in each run. And without further ado, why don't we just get started here, because that's the easiest way to kind of show this off. So there's a few options for us here. I can play beginner, play experts. There's a play Karma 5 mode. Play Karma mode, I guess is what it's called. But we'll talk about all these in turn. We're going to start with play beginner, because I'm actually still pretty bad at this game. So we play as this gentleman up here in the top side of the screen. Now, right now, when we first get started, our goal is just to descend throughout these levels without actually dying. And we have a few abilities that we can use. One of them, as you can see right there, was the ability to like throw a ninja star downwards, basically. And by throwing this ninja star downwards, which I'm doing with Z to jump, and then X, oh god, I've botched it. Z to jump, and then X to throw the ninja star, I can throw a star downwards. But I can't throw stars in other directions yet. I can also just use X to punch, and I actually managed to punch that enemy. You might have missed it, but the screen is constantly going downwards, like DK's Jungle Japes here, making it difficult for us to just stand still. We have to constantly keep moving. So I did manage to get some stuff there, and now we reach this multicolored line, and this is where you will discover what I mean when I say that this game is sort of roguelike-esque, to a certain extent anyway. So we press Z or X to continue. We've completed our first level. Now we get to choose an ability that we want. So we can either get an extra punch, a skyward star, which allows us to throw those ninja stars upwards, or a forward star, which allows us to throw those ninja stars sideways, which is very important as well. I usually go with the forward star here, but basically every time you get to a new level, you get the ability to choose which kind of upgrade. Oh, that's gonna hurt fall damage, yeah. You get the ability to choose which kind of upgrade that you want. So every run, if you choose for it to be, can be a little bit different here. Now you might have noticed I've been, oh, I'm getting kind of close to death here. You might have noticed I've been collecting some random drops. I'll explain what these are in a second, but we're just about to actually enter a new level here. So let's just try to survive for as long as we can. So I'll pick up that stuff. So we're gonna reach level 2. Now there is like a, basically, it's not really like a tech tree, but there are tiered upgrades. So sometimes, you know, level 1 only gives you these 3, then level 2 gives you all of these so we can choose from. So we can choose Knees Plus, which is fall 20% further without taking damage. Smash Fist, with your fist, smash otherwise unbreakable blocks. Vanguard Stance, which basically means that you don't have any, like, cooldown, or you don't get locked when you, like, take fall damage or take damage of any kind. Magnetism, which draws all collectible objects in our general direction. And Star Recycle, which reuses every part of the star. To be honest, I don't know exactly what this one does. But we're gonna take Knees Plus, which allows us to get a little bit more fall damage. And there's more and more and better upgrades as we go along. But for now, let's talk about how we actually get to the next levels and what some of these projectiles mean. Or sorry, what some of these collectibles mean. Because when I first got started, I was very confused. The game is very minimalistic in the sense that it doesn't really... Oh, didn't get that one. It doesn't really tutorialize anything, which can be kind of frustrating, but at the same time, I do tend to like. I really liked it when Splice did that, you know, that puzzle game that came out a little earlier on Steam, which is actually part of the PAX 10 this year as well. So basically, the main things that we're picking up, just like those circles with little circles or little dots inside of them, those are contributing to that percentage meter up at the top right. And what that does is basically it counts up from 0 to 100, and when it reaches 100, it allows us to go to the next level. So it's not actually just a depth thing that allows us to go to the next level. It's actually like you have to collect collectibles in order to do it. So now we have other upgrades that we can choose. My particular favorite is Skull Stomp here, which allows us to stomp on one enemy while falling, land on a skull to deal damage and to prevent fall damage. So now we can kind of treat this a little bit like Mario. We can also double our stock size. If you've noticed, the stars, basically they have ammo in our bottom right, so we only have 5. Or 6 max. And also there's another interesting one, which is like when you're not touching any keys, you're totally immune to taking damage, but I don't know how to use this effectively. So we're gonna take Skull Stomp for now. So yeah, the different types of projectiles you can get either get the stars like that, which are going to allow us to have more projectiles to shoot, obviously. Or you can just get the random, like, dots, basically, which, of course, are not going to show up now because that would make it far too easy on me to do my job. Again, more stars. Watch out for that. And similarly, actually, this is a good thing right here. Those, I didn't get that last one, but those plants give us the same thing, basically. Not good shots here. They give us, again, more percentage points is what I'm trying to get at there. So we did take some damage there, but that's... Oh, we actually got killed there. Alright, so you can, every time you get killed, and usually this happens more frequently than it's happened to me so far, or in this run, you get this replay and quit screen. You also have basically a high score screen, because your high score is not based on how far you get, it's basically based on how many enemies you kill. So let's get started here quickly enough. This is definitely designed for some fast-paced play. And the controls I haven't mentioned yet. But yeah, this is a game that I kind of, like, I saw it on the Binding, or sorry, on the Indie Gaming subreddit. I looked at it and I was like, you know, this game looks interesting. It's a little simplistic. And normally that might be enough for me to, oh, you could do it. Might be enough for me to just, like, ignore it. However, I decided to go check out the website, checked out the demo, and found myself, like, just continuously playing it over and over. Oh, that was a stupid death. Obviously, if the screen gets you off the screen for too long, you die. But yeah, I found myself playing the demo, just like, you know, at first I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, once I figured out the mechanics, this is neat. And then I was like, oh, an hour's passed and I've just been playing the demo. So I decided to contact the developer and be like, hey man, I'm digging your game so far. Any chance I can get my hands on the full version? Oh, I forgot I don't have the throwing star yet. We're gonna die up here again. That is abysmal. And here we are, basically. I probably sunk about 2.5 hours into this game so far. And it's one of those things where I kind of hesitate to make a video on it. Because I feel like it's difficult to explain what makes this game so fun. And when you look at it, I do think, and I don't mean this to be offensive, but I do think that it's one of those games that's kind of difficult to show off. Like, it's a game where you might look at it and say, okay, well, it's got the same song looping over and over, that's lazy. The graphics, you know, are not particularly my cup of tea. I'm putting words in people's mouths, by the way. I'm not saying that this music track is particularly lazy or anything. So yeah, like, it has the potential for stuff like that to come to the forefront of the commenters' minds and stuff like that. But all I can really say here is that one reason or another, I am having a shit ton of fun with this game, which, again, I will reiterate is called Probability Zero, in case you've forgotten or too lazy to look at the video title up there in the top center, top left, I can't remember. So right now, let us just try to continue here. Again, by the way, the enemies, in case you haven't noticed, get more difficult as you go along usually. Oh, that's gonna be fall damage. It's incredible fall damage. Some of you might be wondering, is there like a health bar indicator or something like that? As far as I can tell, no. Basically, oh, don't die. Basically, you have to take the music as cue. 1 second here. Don't fall on that dude. Yeah, you have to take cues from the music, because the music gets more and more intense as you get more and more hurt. This thing is coming for me. And in addition to that, your eyes get more and more red. So let's take the one where we jump on his head now. I'll mix up the upgrades a little bit in the future, but for now, I like doing things this way. So we blew up that bomb. Got some extra health. Again, very, very minimalistic, which I know for a lot of people... Oh, you can do it! Go, 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 go! For a lot of people, it might not be your cup of tea, but I actually find that it works quite well in this game. So again, we can jump on enemies now, so we can do something like this, and then a punch. But we can only jump on enemies once right now. There might be an upgrade a little bit later. The furthest I've gotten in this is like level 6. That was horrible. So I don't know exactly how deep the rabbit hole goes with respect to these upgrades. But I do know that we're going to want to collect all these. We're up to 62% of our requirement in order to get to the next level. So we've still got some ways to go here. We can jump on this dude. And then probably punch this guy to death. Oh, no, 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 don't fall. You're going to be fine. Now, we do have red eyes here, which means we are close to death. Very close to death indeed. Okay, we're 100% ready. I believe when you go to the next level, you actually do get all your health back. So we're just going to look for that drop here, get in, and that should give us all of our health back. Now, we have some options, right? We can take any of these ones that we've taken before, or we've shown off before, or we can go to Unlock, which basically gives us the next tier of abilities. So that's something you want to invest in, I think, fairly early. So we're going to get that right away. Right away-ish, anyway. I do like getting the head jumping one as soon as possible, because I feel like that is important to my overall strategy of basically just throwing myself downwards as fast as possible. I hate these bomb dudes. Okay, just Keep it up. Step on the bomb. Oh, no, he's gonna... Okay, remember, you can't step on them more than once. Or you will end up... Oh, that's not good. So we finally died there. You know, let's... that's not a great run, but let's quit for a second. And check out some of the other modes. So there is Play Expert. I believe... I've never actually used it before, but from reading the description on the website, I believe this just makes things harder. I mean, obviously. But, in terms of specifics, I have absolutely no idea. I'm not sure if it makes it harder to get to the next level, but maybe we'll see. Actually, I believe that your high score in Expert is judged based on depth as opposed to enemies killed. But there's got to be some kind of difficulty change as well. Oh, there's definitely more enemies. That would be the first thing I would notice. There's like 1,000 on the screen so far. And yes, it did appear... I glossed over it pretty quickly there. I skipped over it pretty quickly. But it did appear that our high score was indeed based on our downward progress. This is not good. Get out of there. Don't die to fall damage, you big dummy. We're only 49% of the way. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's gonna get us killed. Let's try it again. I know I can get... I think I can get at least 500 meters on Expert mode here. That's gonna be my goal for right now. Oh, I didn't want to waste a star there. Just get close enough so I can punch you. That'll take us 100% of the way to the next level. Right, I can't jump on that dude yet. That's okay. There's our next level, so we'll take... Let's take Super Punch now in this situation. So this means that normally enemies that would require 2 punches to kill only require 1. So these, like, big dudes that are floating around and are, like, my main fodder... Oh my god, we're gonna die so quickly. Are actually gonna die a lot faster if I could ever get, like, in their faces. Which apparently is just impossible now. I need to kill some enemies if we are ever gonna get to the next level. Sadly... Not appearing that that is going to be easy. Oh, that's going to be enough fall damage. No, I thought that was going to kill us for sure. Again, we're still like 0% of the way. Don't hurt me. Oh, that's going to do it, I think. Well, our eyes are red, so next hit will do it for sure. See, I think everyone finds a set of upgrades. Yeah, that's going to do it. That works best for them. That's only 145 meters. Let's try that again. For me, it's always that forward star, then extra fall damage, then the ability to jump on enemies' heads. Which is probably, like, the most important one for me. Because that, like, you can see all of my upgrades are basically, like, they hinge on reducing fall damage. Which is the main way that I take damage in this game for sure. Although enemies do occasionally screw me up. No, that's not good. I also like Vanguard Stance, which is the one that allows you to avoid entering that shitty state where... Oh, that's not good. That state where you, like, bounce around every time you get hit. I like that as well. So we're gonna get down here. We almost died there, but anyway, we'll take forward star. We're just gonna keep moving on here. We're gonna take serious fall damage there, but we'll get knees plus on our next level. Up to 53%. Oh, I should have fired a lot faster there. We're up to 100%. That's awesome. Just don't die. Our eyes are red. So all we gotta do is make this drop down here. And presumably we will stay alive. Okay, so now we'll get knees plus. Big upgrade for me personally. And we're up to 31% on this one, thanks to my quick thinking there. Oh, that's not good. Just go, go, go. And again, red eyes always worries me, because it means we are going to die fairly soon. Now, is there any path here that results in me not taking fall damage? Yes, that one worked just fine, surprisingly. Now, we need to kill some more enemies, but I would rather go for the ones that can't kill me. We're gonna die there. Anyway, 204 meters, that's something. Let us, I'm definitely not ready for Expert yet. Let us go to play Karma. So the way that Karma works is based on your Karma, you get, you spend 1 Karma to play, but you also get 6 levels right off the bat, so you can try out, like, basically drop in the middle of a run. So let's take Forward Star, Knees Plus, Bounce on Heads, Upgrade, Bounce on Spikes, and we've got one more, Skull Dance. Stop on foes from above as you please, but not the same one twice. Fall from dangerous heights to inflict twice as much damage. That's interesting. And fall as far as you desire. That's interesting too. High jump is good too, but let's take the Skull Dance for now, so we can jump on enemies' heads as we like, and if we jump on them from a great distance, we do more damage. So this is going to make things much better for us. Yes, the way this has been described to me is basically just like a way for you to try out like high-level upgrades without possibly, you know, having the skills necessary to get them yourself, which is kind of a neat way of doing things. I enjoy that immensely, because otherwise it would probably be a long time before I saw these upgrades. And we died already. All right, so let's replay. Actually, that will cause us to lose karma. So why don't we just play one more game on beginner, because that is more around my level. Again, I have no idea. My intentions are pure here. I have no idea if this game shows well. I realize that there are some limitations with this game compared to, you know, games that I've looked at recently, maybe stuff that's from bigger studios. This game is made by one dude. All I can tell you is that in spite of how you might look at this game right now and judge it, I've had a hell of a lot of fun with this so far. And, you know, basically that's all there is to it. I mean, I've gotten review codes for a ton of games this week, and I'm still spending a lot of time playing Probability Zero here. So we are just going to try to survive here. I think it's the same thing as, like, I mention this in almost every video where we look at a game that has death as a frequent mechanic. But it's the same thing as like in a Super Meat Boy, where when you die, it's like not a big deal. Just get restarted right again, and you try a completely different strategy if you want. So again, we're going to go knees plus, punch these things open. So yeah, suffice it to say, consider me a big fan of Probability Zero. We can't break that open with a punch. Oh man, I should not be doing this. Gotta kill some things though. There we go. Oh, I hit the spike there. We're gonna be fine though. So yeah, again, what the game may lack in perceived production values, things like, you know, a wider soundtrack or something like that, because there is only this one song. You know, I don't know, what some people might consider to be cheap-looking graphics. The gameplay is definitely where it's at here. Sometimes the controls can be a little bit wonky. Like, I have the same problem sometimes that I had with They Bleed Pixels, and a lot of people disagreed with me on They Bleed Pixels, but my problem with that game is that everything is controlled by one button. Basically, it's similar to how things are done here. That's not good. Yeah, like everything is controlled. Z is just jump, and X is all of your attacks modified with the arrow keys. So it's kind of a sore spot for me sometimes. I wish maybe they were mapped to different buttons. You might even have the option to do that, but I'm far too lazy to check. There we go, so we get some extra stock there. Let us just head down to the next level. What do we want? Obviously, forward star. My go-to upgrade. Oh, come on. There we go, more stars. Now, the ability to only hold 6 ninja stars makes things super difficult for you. Believe you me. There is actually a perk to upgrade your stock size. I believe the first thing you do is double it. So that might be something that would be worth picking up. Like, oh, not that one. Again, knees plus I think is important, because fall damage is how I take the majority of my damage for the most part. We'll come down through here. So far, this has been a nice run for us. It's been a little low-key, which is exactly what I'm going for here. Less low-key, more low-key, if that makes any sense to anybody at all. You know, less God of Chaos and more, let's just relax, you know, have a couple beers, play some board games. So that thing was a pain in the ass, but somehow we managed to not take fall damage there. Not really killing any enemies, which is, you know, a problem for us considering they contain materials that we need to progress. That's fine, we're up to 69%. Aw, yeah. 69. I hear people who know things about sexy things talking about 69. Must be a number of some significance. So, we're gonna kill more of these things. Oh, I'm out of ninja stars. That's not good. They're not actually ninja stars, by the way, but forgive me there. I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't want this bomb dude to explode in my face. But sometimes, yes, he'll explode and give us some extra health or some extra progress for the next level. But for now, please give us some ninja stars. Desperately required. Can I jump? Yes, I can. I don't know if I got anything there, but we can make it down to the next level at least. And again, on this one, we're going to take the jumpy one. We still have 0 stock, which is not good, but now we do have another way to kill enemies, which is important. As you can see right there. And we did take some fall damage, but one hit of fall damage is not the end of the world. These guys worry me, because you have to hit them more than once to kill them. Maybe not. I did get the ninja star there, so we do have 3 stock now. And again, how many enemies do we have to kill before we reach our high score? High score is like 28 or something, so we got a long way to go. I do want to do this. We picked up something out of that. At least extra progress. Oh, that looks like 6 stars. And of course, I totally whiffed on it. And now we can't get out of here. Oh, Lord. There's nothing I can do. I want to punch through formerly unbreakable blocks. Well, I can't get the ninja stars again. And that'll be the end of us, I guess. Around 372 auto parsecs. But in any case, let's quit here. Again, this is probability 0. I've put a link to, assuming I'm not an idiot, I put a link to the developer's website where you can actually pick up this game if you so desire. I recommend it. It's $5, reasonably cheap for a game of this type. There's also a bundle where for $10 you can get like this plus all his other games. So I haven't tried those out, so I can't really speak on those. But yeah, probability 0 pretty much came out of nowhere, and it's surprising me a lot. I don't know if it's a game that I'm going to spend 100 hours with, but it's a game that I've very much enjoyed so far and can see myself, you know, whenever I have some casual time just to sit down and play some games, probability 0 for at least the next week or so is probably going to be my go-to. So again, check out the website in the video description if you're interested in picking up this game. There's also a free demo that lets you check out the first 4 levels. And considering I very rarely get past the 4th level, maybe that is enough for people to get a good taste of the game. But in any case, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.